Hey guys, we've added a brand new tool into the TubeSync Alpha software suite. You can see now that we've got quite a few tools in here. So it's a software suite. It's not just the main tube syndication tool, which is internal linking. And the tool that we have added in here, I've called it themed keyword poker. Okay, what we're going to be doing here is working with a strategy for single themed campaigns. Now traditionally, when you're doing keyword poking, what you are doing is you're uploading videos to find out what keywords that you can rank for without any backlinks or without too much sort of on-page SEO. And what we're doing here is we're looking for both keyword phrases and we're looking for traffic opportunities as well. Okay, now this really needs to be done with a decent quality video. Okay, I know there are other tools out there, they might be fantastic tools, but in my opinion you need to get decent videos to make this work. Okay, but the good news is they're not hard to do, and when you have a good one you can use it multiple times for this purpose, for themed keyword poking, okay, or traffic poking if you want to use it for YouTube Shorts, which you can do with this software. Okay, so let me just give you an overview, and I will do a part 2 of this video where you will see a live demo of the uploading and the results, etc. Now what we're doing here is we are creating campaigns, and what we can do is we can just simply open one of these up. Okay, you can see that we can add a video, we can add titles, and we can add description, etc. And here we can put in some tags. This is really important. Okay, I'll cover that in just a second. Also, you've got tools in here that can help you to find the top videos for any keyword. All you have to do is click on this and it will expand. And when you expand it, we can put in here any keyword. Let's put in here YouTube Shorts algorithm, for example. And we can do a search for that, and it can pull up the top videos for that particular time. You can see this guy, Robert Benjamin. By the way, very good to watch his videos for algorithm things for YouTube Shorts and for TikTok. But when we scroll down, you can start to see what is the angles that people are using. You can see the view counts, you can see how many likes, dislikes, comments, etc. This can give you an idea for the kind of content and the kind of angles that you might want to use for your campaigns. Okay, we can also spin the descriptions. We can use the tags as hashtags. That happens automatically. So if I click in here, you can see it's taken these tags and made them into hashtags immediately. We can also add those tags at the bottom of the description as well. Now we know that tags are no longer a ranking factor, but we can still use them effectively if you're using a free Chrome extension like TubeBuddy or vidIQ, where you can check your rankings for those tags in just a single click, which is very, very good. But we also have an automated rank checker in here as well, and a multi-project one as well. Now what the rank checker is going to do is going to take these tags you've used for each video, for each upload that you have done, and it's going to check your rankings against each one of the tags for your video. Okay, it's not checking your rankings for the title, it's checking your rankings for the tags that you use. Okay, this can help us to get more precise for what we're going to do here. Now I do not use live stream for the purpose of keyword poking. Why? Because I think it's a false positive. I think that live stream will rank very, very quickly, then it drops off. I think it's a false positive. I think it's wrong. I think it's not the right way to do this. If we want to do this properly, do it with a normal video, do it with the YouTube Shorts, and see what is sticking after that. That's going to give you data that you can work with. The idea here is that we can find keywords and phrases and traffic opportunities, and to make it as real as possible, we can do that with a normal video. Okay, we don't need a live stream. I know it looks great on sales pages, etc., but we want to do some work. Okay, we want to get some results, so we do it with a normal video, and with that normal video we can see a more clearer picture of how easy it is to rank for specific keywords. Okay, now if you're going to go for very long tail keywords, you might well keep your rankings for live streams, etc. I'm not knocking it, I'm just saying this is probably the best way to do it if you want to do this in the serious level for looking for opportunities that you can use for keywords, not just for your videos to rank on YouTube, but also on Google as well. But also they can give you those keywords that you can use for a landing page where you might want to embed your video or a blog post, an article, etc. And this can help you to get rankings on web pages as well. Okay, now this is all very familiar if you're used to using our Alpha SEO tools, our Alpha SEO software suites. And you can see here we got multiple options for when we are uploading. We got some modifiers that we can put in here, and we can do some spin tags, etc. as well if you want. You can also see we've got a tag grabber here, and you can use this to get some ideas. So for example, for YouTube SEO, just put in here YouTube SEO and YouTube SEO checklist, and let's put YouTube optimization, and we can just click in here very quickly and scrape some tags. Okay, that's going to pull the top 100 tags from the top 5 pages of YouTube. Okay, so it's going to give you the tags that people are actually using to optimize their videos for, or at the very least right now they're using the tags so that they can check their rankings for those specific keywords. That's mostly how people are using it, who are optimizing their content. You can see here it's pulled in the tags that we can use. Okay, so this can give you a good idea for finding different angles for your keyword poking campaigns, and also it can tell you the keywords used by those top 50 results, the top 5 pages of YouTube search, the most common tags being used. Okay, so you can use that in multiple ways. We will cover that later in a more tutorial type video. Okay, now once we have created the first one in here, what we can do is we can simply clone it. Okay, we can clone it, and that means that we can go into each one of these individually, and I can change my title and I can change my tags as well. Okay, this is probably the best way to do it. Okay, you can do it in a more automated way. I will do a separate video on this, but for the purpose of doing single themed keyword campaigns, this is going to be the best way to do it, so that we can find the multiple keywords that we're able to rank for very easily without needing the backlinks, without needing too much on-page SEO. And so this can give us different tags that we can use, which the rank checker is automatically going to check for us. And by the way, the rank checker is unlimited use. You can run it as much as you want. You can save the campaign from the rank checker and pull it back in anytime. You can download it into your computer, desktop tool, your documents folder, or anywhere you want, and pull it back in anytime you want and just check your rankings. Okay, now what we can do here is we can use the long tail send alpha so that we can pull in different titles, or you can do them individually. Personally, for me, I would rather do one video uploaded 10 times. Okay, if I take one video uploaded 10 times and I focused on 5 keywords in each, I'm going to get a much better accurate prediction of the keywords that I can use, both for the on-page SEO, for the description, for the titles, etc., for the YouTube videos, and also for any landing page, blog post, etc. I want to do as well. Okay, and this can maybe give you as well ideas for more than one video. But if you do this for one video per campaign and you're doing 10 uploads, for example, you can do a higher quality campaign. Okay, that's what this is really about. Higher quality videos, higher quality campaign, higher quality strategy, so that we can really find those winning keyword phrases, those winning angles that people are responding to. Okay, now you can see here that we can add in titles in here as well. We can use either the long tail send, or we can use this, and all we would have to do here is we would just put in our title. I can put in here title 1, click on add, and I can put in here title 2 and add if I want to. If you want to do it like this, you're probably going to be better just to use the long tail send. It's going to be quicker and easier. Okay, so I'm just going to clear this for now, but this is important here, this one for the descriptions. Okay, this is where we can do separate descriptions as well, and it will just rotate through them for your video uploads. That means that you can make sure that every time your video gets uploaded, if you're doing like one video bulk upload from one specific sub project, and what I mean by sub project is, if I create in here within this project, if I create another video in here, then it's going to create a separate sub-project. Okay, so every time I do that, each one of these is going to be a sub-project. Okay, I'll cover these later in a separate video as well. Now, when it comes to the accounts, we've got something unique happening here, because with the YouTube API, we are now limited with the amount of uploads that we can do. So there's two ways to bypass that. One is to do browser control, which is kind of unreliable. That's kind of a situation where if there's any changes within the UI of YouTube, then everything gets messed up and has to be recorded again. So it's pretty unpredictable. Or the way that we have done it, which is to create an internal API key. Okay, we have done an internal API by working with a specific strategy that my developer created, so that we can bypass the limitations of the YouTube API, and we can upload unlimited videos. Okay, so we are not held back by any limitations. For example, YouTube API gives you 10,000 credits daily. Okay, that refreshes every day. But if you upload one video, it takes 1,600 credits. So it's not going to take very many videos before you can't upload anymore. Okay, but with our internal API key that we have built, then we can do unlimited uploads. And this is something very unique and something very powerful about the TubeSend Alpha software suite. Okay, here we can see the results once we have done them, and you can simply click in here to send to the indexer, ping it, and rank tracker. But even better than that, we have options that we can just checkbox this and it happens automatically. Okay, and so it will send to the rank tracker automatically after uploading. It will ping the URLs, it will index the URLs if you're using a third-party indexer within the settings over here, and you can use the long tail send keywords as well and choose the campaign that you have done. Okay, so that would make it quick and easy, that you don't need to come into the results and do this, but you could later come into your results and re-index and re-ping again if you want. Okay, and if you lose your rank tracker project, you can simply just click on that one button one time and it will pull it in. Now, everything within these tools, you can save your projects to be able to pull in again. Okay, you can save it to a folder on your downloads or documents folder, and you can pull it in anytime. Okay, so it's very quick and very easy to use. So let's talk a little bit about strategy just before I finish up, just so you got a clearer idea of what I'm talking about with the single themed keyword campaigns. This is a higher quality campaign where we're using a higher quality video. Now, I have a guy on Fiverr.com. He creates videos for me. They're just simple text animated videos, but they're kind of compelling because they keep you watching, because there's a lot of animation, there's a lot of movement, and we keep them under 60 seconds. If they're under 60 seconds, then it costs just $5. What I tend to do with him is I pay him the $5 to do a normal YouTube video, and I give him an extra $5, and he will create a shorts version of this as well, and we can use the shorts version in here. All we have to do is put the hashtag shorts in the description. You can even put it in your title, and then it will show up as a short. Okay, that gives us extra advantage, but there's different ways that we would use both types of videos. For shorts, you really want to focus on the title for the CTR, not so much the keywords. Although the keyword, your main keyword, should be in there, you really want to focus on the CTR type of title so that you can get as many clicks as possible. That's kind of traffic poking. We will get deeper into that, and probably over the next sort of 2, 3, 4 weeks, the more I start to use it, I'm going to get better ideas and improve and tweak that strategy so that we got something that we can use long term for a solid strategy for traffic poking, not just keyword poking, traffic poking. We do the SEO to get traffic, while the shorts, they're kind of more of a traffic, they have more of a traffic element to them if they are successful, but there's a whole bunch of things we should be aware of for their algorithm, and we will cover some of that as well. Now, for the normal videos, we do want to focus on the keywords. That's the whole point of a keyword poking campaign. We need to find the keyword phrases that we can rank for easily, but also the keyword phrases and the titles and the angles of your campaigns that people are responding to. So we need to see a combination of all of those things in there. And so to recap how we can use this, it's a new tool with the modern strategy. It's added into TubeSend Alpha as well. You can get a good deal on TubeSend Alpha right now. TubeSend Alpha, as you can see here, has got multiple tools in here, okay? And you can get all of this for just $197, okay? Just $197, you can get all of this right now. If you're watching this video later and it's $297 or $497, well, you needed to be on my email list, so you had the opportunity to be able to purchase this at the early bird pricing, okay? Now, I did put it up to $297 at one point, and then I brought it back down to $197 because it wasn't selling as well. It seems to be selling steadily at $197, but we wanted to keep making the tool better, and so we're still adding more into the tool even 1 month after its first release now with this themed keyword poker. Okay, now the themed keyword poking, what is it in a nutshell? Basically what we're doing is we're doing a combo of topical keyword poking. Okay, we're looking for different angles around topics and subtopics, and the way that we can do that is by doing one video with multiple uploads for one angle. And when you're doing that, you can maybe have something like 10 uploads looking at different keywords within that one angle. Okay, I will do extra videos on that so that you can understand how that strategy works. It's not complicated at all. It's just identifying different keywords within a subtopic and then go and finding those keywords that you can get rankings for, so that you can take the keywords that are likely to get you traffic from the rankings and put it into one campaign, one video, one blog post, one landing page, etc. Okay, so it's a combination of topical keyword poking, but we're also doing traffic poking as well, which is better done with YouTube Shorts. For YouTube Shorts, you really want to focus on headlines that are going to get the click rather than the rankings, although you should put your main keyword in there. With Shorts it works slightly different and the algorithm works different, and we can do a video and a checklist on that a little bit later as well. Okay, so the traffic poking is a big element, which is why I wanted this to work so well for YouTube Shorts. Okay, so we have made that possible. Now, to make this work properly, in my opinion, you need to be using quality videos with a call to action, okay? And these can be done very quickly, very cheaply, very easily if you use someone on Fiverr.com. For example, I get text animated videos done, and as long as they're under 60 seconds, they only cost me $5. What I tend to do there is I will get a horizontal, normal sort of YouTube version, and also I will get a Shorts version, and I will use both, okay? And that can give me information for both campaigns. Now, there's multiple strategies for Shorts that I'm not going to get into in this video that we can sort of touch upon later, but it's a big topic and it's something that YouTube is really investing in quite heavily now. They're starting to give extra payments for people, for the creators, and I'm guessing that they're using that to try and get people from the TikTok creators to come over to YouTube, because they're not really making any money like they can with YouTube just from getting views, etc. Okay, so I'm guessing that Google is betting on that, being able to attract users from other platforms into the YouTube Shorts platform, and that is going to be something that they are doubling down on, in my opinion. Okay, so it's important that we can incorporate that while we're doing this, so that we can do that traffic poking. This can give us so much information once we find the winners, and when you don't have the winners, you just simply delete them and you focus on the ones that are doing very, very well. Okay, now this can work with both the horizontal and the YouTube Shorts videos. You just simply upload. If you want to use Shorts, you put hashtag Shorts within your description or your title, and it will show up as a short. Okay, now also you can do unlimited uploads with this tool. Okay, as I mentioned before, we have bypassed the YouTube API. We're not doing it with browser control. It's too unpredictable. Things break down too easy. We have built our own internal API. That means we can go and bypass those limitations from the YouTube API. This is very unique. As far as I'm aware, there's no other tool that can do that, okay? And that means that we have something very, very powerful for you in the end, because you're able to work unrestricted compared to other people that are using the YouTube API. Okay, so we got something very powerful for you there to tap into. Okay, so just to recap on this, what we can do is we can just simply clone these videos. Once you have created a video, or once you've created you've added your first video, I should say, what we can do then is we can just simply clone it, okay? And when you clone it, then you can go through one by one and change it. If you don't want to do it that way, you can use the long tail alpha to be able to go and create all these different headlines that you want to use, and we can even do that with buyer intent keywords. And we do buyer intent keywords by having 3 different columns in here. And these columns represent different elements of a buyer keyword. For example, you can see here, if I click on preview, and I've got over here in the first column best and top, and I've got here dentist, orthodontist, children's dentist, and I've got here location, then every single keyword that comes out of there here for every single combination of that is going to be a buyer intent keyword. Okay, we got front end modifier, main keyword, and then we have an end modifier or location. Okay, and every time you click on that, you're going to find commercial intent keywords. Okay, very simple idea. I created this first in 2011 with my very first software, which was called Local Traffic Commando, and I've kept this all that time because it's evergreen. It just works. Okay, and you can use this in different ways. It doesn't have to be for local keywords. You can use this as well for affiliate campaigns, for SEO campaigns, etc. And again, if you correctly put this together, then you'll have commercial intent keywords every single time. Okay, you can use that if you want to do it quicker. Okay, I prefer to do a higher quality campaign. I know that most people just want to get started and they will take the easy route and then see how it works. Then once they see it's working, they might double down. For me, a higher quality campaign means using the same video, about 10 uploads of that video for one angle, 10 uploads for one angle, and I'm going to be using different keywords every single time. And the keywords that we're using are going to be checked automatically with the rank checker. Okay, so the rank tracker over here, you can see, if I put this in here, what you can do is you can get the results from YouTube rankings, from Google video rankings, and Google universal rankings. Now when you do a search on Google, you will get your search results, and you will see tabs at the top, images and videos, etc. The tab with videos is what we call Google Video, okay, in case you're wondering. And all we have to do is start checking the ranks. Now you can save this anytime, and you can pull it back into the software anytime. You can save it on your desktop computer, your laptop or whatever, pull it back in anytime, and you can run this anytime that you want without any limitations whatsoever. Okay, so this is a very, very good addition. We will expand on the training on this. I'm just recovering from a heavy sort of cough and cold, etc. Thankfully it wasn't COVID, and I had my daughter over here for a couple of weeks, so I've got a bit to catch up on, but I'll release this today, and we'll probably do a Warrior Plus release just for the keyword poking tool at some point, perhaps towards the end of this week as well. But you are better off to buy the whole suite, where you've got the vid series optimizer, you've got RSS Extreme in here, you've got the vid globalization tool, which can get your traffic from foreign, get your foreign traffic from different languages. It does all the metadata translation automatically. It uploads into individual channels like I've got for Spanish channels and Italian channels, etc. And so that way you can build up a following in each of those. Okay, you've got the long tail alpha tool, and also you've got other tools as well, like SEP Curate, which is great for building playlists and that you can get rankings for. Okay, so there's multiple tools in here. This is a very, very, very good software suite, and it's got all it's got all the best tools that we had for any sort of YouTube syndication in any previous tools, but we've put it together in such a way that we've got modern strategies, we've got new tweaks within here, we've got new systems working in the background like the internal API, etc. So we've got something very, very powerful and yet still very unique. Okay, so if you want to grab TubeSend Alpha, you can grab it today for as little as $197. I'll put the link in the description, and if you can't afford $197 but you want to get this keyword poking tool, then that's okay. You can get from the Warrior Plus in a few days time. It will probably be selling around $47. Okay, so you can get a hold of that on the Warrior Plus if you want to wait just for this tool. And then we will have some extra training on the keyword poking strategies, both for the YouTube video, sort of normal YouTube video, horizontal video, and also for the YouTube shorts where we do traffic poking campaigns. So we've got something powerful, something unique. The key to this is quality videos with a call to action. Don't forget that, because that is how you're going to get results.